tornado right now. Yeah. Those three. Small tornado.
Severe thunderstorms moved across parts of northern and central Alabama, bringing strong winds and large hail to Jefferson, St. Clair, Blount, and Calhoun counties, along with strong, damaging winds. A confirmed tornado struck Jefferson County, Alabama, during the afternoon hours of Thursday, February 26th, damaging multiple homes in the Pinson area. The tornado touched down at around 15:41 Central Standard Time, 21:41 Universal Time Coordinated, roughly 3 kilometers, 2 miles, southwest of Trussville. The National Weather Service, NWS, received numerous reports of damage along Highway 11 near Roosevelt Boulevard and Mary Taylor Road, and a video confirmation of a tornado from social media. Around 20 homes were damaged after a confirmed tornado moved through Pinson, Alabama Thursday afternoon, according to Centerpoint Fire District, CPFD. The fire department said that they responded to calls in the area around 3:30 p.m. The impacted area includes Main Street from City Hall to Tapawingo Road and the north end of Silver Lake Road. The National Weather Service confirmed that the storm was a tornado, downing several power lines and trees on its path through Pinson. Responders will be in the area for several more hours to brace for any following severe weather. CPFD is asking people to avoid Bud Holmes Road and surrounding areas, while CPFD responds to reports, saying there is significant damage, lots of power lines down, trees down, structural damage, to avoid. First responders are on the ground, and more staff in on their way to assist with damage reported on Bud Holmes Road. Director of the Jefferson County EMA, Director Jim Coker, said the damage happened in only an hour. What we do know happened is we had people affected out here, people whose lives were going one way, and then an hour later life was different, Coker said. So we have a lot of responders out here to make sure that they're okay, to make sure that the power gets turned back on. Utility companies will be out to restore their services as soon as possible. The American Red Cross is also on their way to provide assistance. CPFD asks that people don't attempt to come through the area right now, due to it being blocked off by the assisting sheriff's office. Just don't lose your focus on the coming weather tonight, a CPFD official said. Make sure you stay focused. Make sure you have multiple ways to get watches and warnings. And again, stay focused. There is severe weather that is to potentially come through the area, so we're trying to keep our eye on that and be aware, CPFD said. We've got the area secured. Several homes are damaged. We just can't let anyone into the neighborhoods for right now. We're waiting on the Red Cross to get out here. They're waiting for a break in the weather so they can get out here. And then that resource will be available for anyone that needs the Red Cross's assistance. Meanwhile, cleanup efforts are underway in Trussville after a tornado moved through the area, causing minor structural damage, but no reported injuries. According to the Trussville fire chief, a trailer was flipped behind the former Freddy's location. Several buildings were also struck by lightning during the storm. Velma's restaurant and a nearby car wash sustained roof damage, and a local mini storage facility also reported roof damage. Officials described the damage as not severe. The National Weather Service plans to look at storm damage in the Birmingham metro area today after a wild day of weather on Thursday. North and central Alabama had to deal with numerous severe storms on Thursday that left damage in their wake, and numerous reports of hail, some of it as big as eggs. Rain and non-severe storms continued to push through South Alabama on Friday morning, but there was no risk of severe weather for the state in the forecast for today. The Weather Service in Birmingham was planning to survey damage in eastern Jefferson County today, especially areas in Pinson and Trussville. Those areas had multiple reports of damage after a severe thunderstorm moved through on Thursday afternoon. The storm report filed to the Storm Prediction Center suggests a tornado touched down briefly in Trussville near Mary Taylor Road. But that's not official just yet. The Weather Service will head to that area today and look at the damage left behind to see if a tornado can be confirmed. Trussville Dentistry was surrounded by downed trees and debris. owner Wes Latimer described the moment the storm moved through. "It came through about 3:45 or so. All the trees just got knocked right over," Latimer said. "I was like, oh my goodness, because the dumpster just got flipped over. All the trees went at once," he said. Latimer said his first concern was for his family. "I was just thinking about making sure everyone was okay, calling down to my kids and stuff where they do daycare and everything and check on them," he said. Despite the damage, he says the outcome could have been far worse. "Just incredibly blessed that we all got away relatively unscathed with just minor property damage," Latimer said. "They have the construction site back behind us. They weren't working today because the weather was already kind of bad. But if someone was in that trailer, that would have been horrific." He says he feels fortunate the storm largely missed his business directly. "Just very thankful for getting bypassed by the storm, and very lucky," he said. "Very lucky I didn't get hit by any of the trees or direct storm damage compared to a lot of the surrounding area, so very blessed," Latimer added. On Thursday afternoon, residents of Trussville and surrounding Jefferson County communities found themselves under a barrage of ice as hailstones ranging from quarter-sized to golf ball-sized pelted homes, vehicles, and streets. Inches of hail accumulated in some neighborhoods, transforming familiar landscapes into icy mosaics, more reminiscent of winter in the Midwest than late February in the Deep South. The National Weather Service, NWS, had issued warnings earlier in the day, citing unstable atmospheric conditions. A clash of warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico with a strong cold front sweeping across the southeast created the perfect recipe for severe thunderstorms. Wind shear and rapid updrafts allowed hailstones to grow larger than usual before plummeting to the ground. This combination of hail, wind, and tornadic activity underscored the volatility of late winter weather in Alabama. Footage captured by local photographer Ron Burkett showed hail piling up in driveways and yards, resembling snowdrifts. Children were seen cautiously playing in the icy accumulation, while adults scrambled to protect vehicles and property. Roofs, siding, and windows bore the brunt of the hail. Hundreds of cars sustained dents, cracked windshields, and paint damage. Streets became temporarily impassable as hail clogged storm drains, leading to localized flooding. Residents described the sound of hail striking rooftops as like gunfire and a relentless drumbeat. For many, the storm was both frightening and surreal. Utility companies reported scattered power outages as falling hail and strong winds disrupted lines. Several neighborhoods experienced backups, highlighting vulnerabilities in drainage infrastructure. Classes were disrupted, with some facilities reporting broken windows and damaged buses. The Jefferson County Emergency Management Agency emphasized the importance of preparedness, noting that while hailstorms are less common than tornadoes, their destructive potential is significant. Meanwhile, at least 15 minor collisions occurred as drivers struggled with reduced visibility and icy road conditions. The February 26th hailstorm in Trussville was both destructive and illuminating. It revealed vulnerabilities in infrastructure, tested community resilience, and underscored the unpredictable nature of Alabama weather. While residents now face the arduous task of repairing homes, vehicles, and businesses, they also carry forward lessons in preparedness, solidarity, and adaptation. In the end, the storm was not just a meteorological event. It was a story of a community weathering ice from the sky, finding strength in shared struggle, and looking ahead with cautious optimism. A powerful and slow-moving storm system tore through North Georgia late Thursday night, February 2026, leaving a trail of property damage and creating treacherous conditions for commuters. Residents in several counties reported hail ranging from the size of marbles to ping-pong balls, with some areas seeing enough accumulation to resemble a midwinter snowfall. The National Weather Service, NWS, in Peachtree City, began issuing severe thunderstorm warnings late Thursday as a cold front collided with unseasonably warm, moist air rising from the Gulf of Mexico. This atmospheric instability created the perfect recipe for supercell development. By 10 p.m., the first reports of significant hail began emerging from Pickens and Gilmer counties. Meteorologists noted that the updrafts within these storms were strong enough to keep ice crystals suspended in the freezing upper layers of the atmosphere for extended periods, allowing them to grow to dangerous sizes before gravity finally pulled them to Earth. While much of the state saw heavy rain and lightning, the hail core of the storm was concentrated in the North Georgia mountains and the northern suburbs of Atlanta. Pickens County. This area appears to be the hardest hit. Authorities reported that Highway 136, east of Jasper, became virtually impassable. The sheer volume of hail turned the asphalt into a sheet of ice, causing multiple vehicles to slide off the road. Residents took to social media to share photos of yards covered in white. In some neighborhoods, the hail was reported to be ankle-deep, requiring snow shovels to clear driveways. Areas including Kennesaw, Marietta, and Woodstock reported brief but intense bursts of hail. While the stones were smaller here, mostly pea to nickel-sized, the intensity caused flash flooding as ice blocked storm drains. As the sun rose on Friday, the true extent of the damage became visible. Local insurance adjusters are bracing for a surge in claims. Thousands of cars parked outside during the storm sustained dimpling on roofs and hoods. In Jasper, several car dealerships reported shattered windshields and significant body damage to their outdoor inventory. Beyond the hail, high wind gusts associated with the storm-downed power lines and trees. In Lumpkin County, several homes reported roof damage where the impact of larger hailstones compromised shingles, leading to minor leaks during the subsequent rain. Local farmers in the northern tier expressed concern for early season crops and greenhouses. The physical force of a ping-pong-sized hailstone can strike at speeds exceeding 50 miles per hour, easily shredding plastic coverings and budding vegetation. The Georgia Department of Transportation, GDOT, deployed crews early Friday morning to clear slushy accumulations from major mountain passes. Emergency management officials urged residents to treat the hail accumulation with the same caution as black ice. People see the white ground and think it's soft like snow, but this is solid ice, said a spokesperson for the Pickens County Sheriff's Office. It's incredibly slick, and when it starts to melt and refreeze, it becomes a major hazard for anyone on the road. The Pickens County EMA director reported that Highway 136 east of Jasper had to be shut down for a time due to heavy hail accumulation and multiple vehicle accidents. Multiple car accidents and damage to vehicles were reported across the county. Storm Team meteorologist Alex Forbes says that the likelihood of hail has diminished for now. More showers and storms will be possible through the overnight in metro Atlanta and North Georgia. But I am not expecting this event to repeat itself, Forbes said. The NWS indicates that while the immediate threat of hail has passed, the region remains under a weather rate alert as a secondary line of rain moves through. Temperatures are expected to drop significantly over the weekend, which may lead to the refreezing of standing water and melted hail on secondary roads. For those affected, experts recommend documenting all property damage with photographs immediately before beginning any temporary repairs. Residents are encouraged to monitor the official National Weather Service tracker for real-time updates on local conditions.